So I've got a prediction that in the next 5 to 10 years, we're going to see an absolutely massive drive of everybody off of social media, off of the internet, and so many more people are going to want to be in the real world. I think we're starting to realize in our day to day lives just how negative the effects of things like social media and constant online stimulation, information pouring into your brain, all that stuff is. And I'm seeing a lot of interest online of people wanting to get a phone that doesn't, destroy their health and brain. And there's a whole bunch of different options. And I'm not trying to sell anything here. I'm trying to keep people from buying things they don't need. So, I mean, you could go buy a ghost phone. These guys charge you $500 to give you a Google Pixel that doesn't have an app store or browser. Interesting. Okay, so you get all the useful things, like you get your maps, your phone calls, your photos in a single device, but you don't have to be distracted. I like the value proposition. $500 for this though, I don't know about that. And then there's also the light phone. This thing looks pretty sick actually. It's got maps, it's got navigation, it's got the ability to play music. I think it's very very minimal. I think it doesn't even have a backlight. Um, Pretty sick. But again, you're paying $600 for something just to get yourself off the internet. There must be a better way. Then there's the minimal phone. You can pre-order for 400. I like the full keyboard, pretty sick. But again, it feels like you're kind of giving up a lot. I mean, you don't have a color display, I don't think, to see the nice photos that you take. Do you really want to carry a camera with you everywhere, or do you want to have a nice camera in your phone? And again, this thing is just a little too dumb, a little too not modern for my taste. And so what I do, oh yeah, there's also these guys. Again, I feel like you're just sacrificing too much. The end goal is to be able to use the beneficial technology of something like a Pixel or an iPhone, really good camera, really nice way to message your friends. You can message back and forth. You've got the thumbs up. You can send your little Bitmojis, whatever. They're great for communicating. You've got FaceTime. I don't really want to give all that up. It's all fantastic. I want to be able to check my email. I want to be able to FaceTime my friends and my family. I want to be able to take fantastic photos, maybe even edit the photos. You can have all that, and you can have none of the downsides if you just set up your phone the correct way. So, this is all just a really long pitch to say go into your phone and add a passcode to your screen time. Make sure that, okay, well, after you add the passcode to your screen time, you're going to hide it somewhere. Make sure that you forget it or have somebody else create it for you and they keep it in their phone or on a piece of paper somewhere, whatever it is. And then the screen time settings you're going to want to change are you don't want to allow installation of apps, you don't want to allow Safari, you don't want to allow in app purchases. You're going to want to whitelist only specific websites like accounts.google.com, accounts.yourbank.com, things like that. If you ever need to sign into anything, and then you can download Zoom, you can download all the productivity stuff that you need, but you can make sure that it is impossible for you to install something like Instagram or Snapchat or who the heck knows. Any of these really time sucky style apps, you can make it impossible to install them. And all of this exists within the settings of your phone. The only thing standing between you being able to do that and your current situation is the fact that if you set a password, you know what the password is. So just make sure you don't know what the password is, give it to somebody else, hide it deep in your house, and then play with the calculator till you forget what it was. I highly recommend it. My phone is set up like that. And I've only got, man, I've probably got less than 20 apps, and they're all super useful. And nothing on here. Like I've got Google Drive, I've got Gmail, I've got Desmos for graphing, I've got my bank, I've got Zoom, but nothing on here is able to suck my time. And I literally can't install any other apps unless I have the password to my screen time. So instead of spending a bunch of money on a kind of crappy solution to this problem, just set it up in a way that it's already possible to do. You can implement the solution in like 30 minutes and then bada bing, bada boom. You can't distract yourself with scrolling anymore. Can't recommend it enough. It's life changing.